Okay, so when we come in here, now in week 5, milestone 5, we work with images, and we're going to have to put a logo over here. I give you the logo, so it's going to be on the up or left hand corner. But when you do this, and of course here you see the style showing up, if you wanted, let me go back here real quick. If you wanted this image to be to the right of the happy paws, you actually have to put the code before the text. Okay, so that a lot of people put it afterwards, and then what it does is forces it down. So what you want to do here real quick is I would put the img tag up here before the heading 1 tag. Okay, now this is not going to work, for this. And what I'm going to suggest that you do right now, because you're going to have another image up there, I'm going to give this a name with a class equals float right. Okay, and then what I want to do is open up your CSS sheet, and I'm going to apply a style to the float right. So dot float right, and then I'm going to do float colon right there. Now when we do that, actually I didn't save yet. Okay, so let me go back here, open this back up. See how it puts it over here on the right hand side. Now you're going to have another image over here on the left, so you got to be careful on that, for that purpose. So when you want to put something to the right of something when you're using a float, you got to put the actual object before the content in the code for it to work correctly. Now I don't know if you'd made changes to your other pages. So yeah, you would want to do that. Now what's going to happen is if you go to the next milestone, you'll download the logo for Happy Paws, and you'll put it over here on the left hand side, so you might want to do that just to see what it looks like. Okay. I definitely like this font choice up here at the top. We definitely want to move this heading a little bit closer to that, and to do that, that's just changing the margin. So if we go up here to find your headers, so this is heading 2, which you have here. You have the margin already set to -20, so we might have to go up to -30. I'd still bring that a little bit closer. Yeah, so see how it goes a little bit closer. Now, of course, what's going to be weird, I really want to see how that logo is, because then we might have to move this text over. Because what's happening here with the float right is forcing space in there, and so thus is pushing your text over to the left. Now what I really think you want to do is put like a puppy up here, because people want to see, instead of a paw print, I would do something like a puppy, and this is a PNG. You would have to find a stock photo, and you want to save this as a transparent PNG. So using your Photoshop skills that you've learned, what I did was I extracted out the white on its layer, and I hidden both these layers, so that way when I save as a PNG, this becomes, anywhere the checkboard becomes transparent. And so what you probably want to do as well is, see, this is what the logo is going to look like for next week. So I want to put that in. But instead of doing a float, I would suggest doing it as a background image. So in your header section, and you could do this for your paw print. So what you do is you have a background image, hyphen image, you put in a URL. Now to get to your images folder, you have to put a dot first. That means go up a folder, find the images folder. So you have to go upwards and then go down. And then, excuse me, then the URL, then background repeat. I'm going to say no repeat, because if I don't, it repeats the puppy. So if I take this out real quick, it repeats it like that. And you don't want that. Okay, and then I'm just putting in the positioning. I'm going to put it on the right side center, change the size of the background a little bit, And something like that's going to be better. Now you can also you can see here when you do the floats, it does add extra space in. And you'll see that this happy pause will never be in the center because it's going to float. It's going to put extra space over in this side. So this is where you could do a couple things down here. When you do add the float, um, you can say margin colon 0. That could help a little bit, but in this case it doesn't. So that's where the background image, you put this as a background image, then happy pause will be in the center. So a lot of times you'll find the logo done as a background image.